In this video, we will look at a second method for subtracting mixed numbers. So let's start with a problem. We have 12 and 5/9 minus 7 and 1/6. So the first step we'll take is to stack these two numbers. So the way it will look is 12 and 5/9 minus 7 and 1/6. So this is how we stack the two numbers. Now in this method for subtracting mixed numbers, we always start with the fractional parts. So the second step we'll take is to subtract the two fractional parts. So 5/9 minus 1/6. We have to find a common denominator. The common denominator for 9 and 6 is 36. So I'll multiply 5 and 9 both by 36 and I get 20/36. And 1/6 is the same as 6/36. And 20/36 minus 6/36 equals 14/36. And I can simplify that further to 7/18. So 5/9 minus 1/6 equals 7/18. And the third step is to subtract the whole numbers. That is 12 minus 7 equals 5. So the answer for 12 and 5/9 minus 7 and 1/6 equals 5 and 7/18. Now in this problem, 5/9 was bigger than 1/6, so we had no problem doing 5/9 minus 1/6. Let's look at a problem that is a little different. So now we have to do 8 and 1/6 minus 3 and 5/9, which looks fairly similar to this problem. So let's start doing it. The first step is to stack the two numbers. So 8 and 1/6 minus 3 and 5/9. We then start from the fractional parts. So let's do 1/6 minus 5/9. The common denominator is 36. So 1/6 is the same as 6/36. And 5/9 is the same as 20/36. And so we have to do 6/36 minus 20/36. But wait a minute. We know that 6/36 is smaller than 20/36. So if we do this subtraction, we will have a negative number, which is not really a problem, except that today we are not going to deal with negative numbers. So what do? What we're going to do is borrow a whole. It's also called regrouping. So we're going to take a whole from here. So when we take a whole from here, we have only 7 wholes left. And we give this whole to this fraction. So we now have 1 and 1/6. So the reason it's called regrouping is we started out with 8 and 1/6. And now instead of saying 8 and 1/6, we are actually going to call it 7 and 1 and 1/6. So now the next step is to convert 1 and 1/6 into an improper fraction. So 1 and 1/6 is the same as 1 and 6/36. And 1 times 36 is 36 plus 6 is 42. So this is equal to 42/36. And now we can subtract the two fractions. So 42/36 minus 20/36 equals 22/36. And we can simplify this further to 11/18. So 1/6 or 1 and 1/6 minus 5/9 equals 11/18. And 7 wholes minus 3 wholes equals 4 wholes. So the answer to this problem, 8 and 1/6 minus 3 and 5/9 equals 4 and 11/18. So let's review the steps for subtracting mixed numbers using this method. The first step is to stack the numbers. The second step is to subtract the fractional parts. And if the top fraction is smaller than the bottom fraction, then we regroup the numbers and convert it into an improper fraction. The third step is to subtract the wholes. So now let's solve a problem following these steps. So if we have 7 and 3/5 minus 2 and 5/6, the first step is to stack the two numbers. So 7 and 3/5 minus 2 and 5/6. We will then subtract the fractional parts. So 3/5 minus 5/6. We have to find a common denominator. Common denominator is 30. So 3/5 is the same as 18/30, and 5/6 is the same as 6 times 5. So it's 25/30. And since 18/30 is smaller than 25/30, we need to regroup. So I'm going to borrow a whole from here, from 7, and I'm left with 6 wholes. And I'm going to give it to this 3/5. So now I have 1 and 3/5, and that is the same as 1 and 18/30. And if I now convert this into an improper fraction, that becomes 48/30. The next step is to subtract the two fractions. So 48/30 minus 25/30 equals 23/30. And so 1 and 3/5 minus 5/6 equals 23/30. And 6 wholes minus 2 wholes is 4 wholes. So the answer to this problem is 4 and 23/30.